From a low-flying airplane that scared the residents of Nashville to an unbelievable Hollywood-style jailbreak in Canada and a winter storm in New York that turned a restaurant into an ice castle, here are 8 moments you wouldn't believe if not filmed. In late December 2023, a frightening incident unfolded on Ventura Beach in California. This video, posted by the Ventura County Fire Department, shows colossal waves relentlessly striking the coast, causing chaos among beachgoers. A gigantic wave crashes into a seawall at the end of Seaward Avenue, breaching the wall's top and catching observers off guard. As the wave's force hits, people scramble to escape, with some swept backward toward the seawall. The power of the wave is evident as it forcefully pushes a parked car away from the shore. 20 people were briefly swept away in the incident, and 8 were taken to the hospital. The VCFD reported numerous rescues and injuries due to flooding in various areas. The dangerous situation results from powerful storms in the Pacific Ocean, propelling towering waves onto the California coastline. These monstrous waves, exceeding 20 feet in height, crashed over seawalls, leading to injuries and flooding in coastal areas. Imagine going back to school after vacation and telling your friends you surfed with a shark. No one would believe you. But luckily for Ethan, his mom captured the moment on her camera. On August 6, 2021, a video of a shark joining a surfer on a wave before leaping into the air went viral on the internet. The clip was posted online by Casey Allen, who revealed that the incident occurred when her 15-year-old son Ethan was surfing. A shark has been filmed bursting out of the sea with a quadruple spin. Moreover, it wasn't until days later that Casey rewatched the videos and realized what she had captured. Experts noted that it was a young spinner shark in the viral video. Spinner sharks are a common species to be found off the coast of South Carolina. They spin through the water vertically when trying to feed. Hence, the shark was on a hunt for food when it leaped behind the surfer. On January 18, 2019, a large low-flying plane sparked concern for many downtown workers in Nashville. The people working there reported seeing the airplane flying just above buildings. Videos of the plane started popping up online, raising concerns among many. Some workers even evacuated their office buildings out of fear. The plane was flying incredibly close to the ground. It appeared to skim the tops of buildings, circling for half an hour. Authorities were alerted, and soon a statement was released that eased public fear. It turns out the plane was part of a training exercise in preparation for a flyover celebrating the inauguration of the new governor, Bill Lee. Interestingly, the flyover had since been canceled due to weather conditions, and the event was moved indoors. However, the Tennessee Department of Military went ahead with the training session. Training exercises like this are not uncommon. However, prior warnings are extremely important. Witnesses said they should have received some advance notice of the flight. Next up, we have the footage of a Hollywood-style jailbreak that took place in March 2013. The video features inmates Benjamin Houdin-Barbeau and Danny Provençal trying to escape St. Jerome Prison in Quebec, Canada through unusual means. Both were serving time for serious offenses, Benjamin for murder and Danny for arson. The daring escape was orchestrated by their partners, 23-year-old Stephen Marchisio and another man who hijacked a helicopter and forced the pilot to land on the prison roof. Caught on security cameras, the inmates resembled characters from a James Bond film. They scaled the 3-story prison using a rope lowered from the helicopter. Despite multiple tries, the frightened pilot struggled to keep the helicopter steady, making it nearly impossible for Ben and Danny to reach the rooftop. After several failed attempts and heated arguments, the inmates decided to escape through another way. This involved the helicopter carrying them away as they hung to the rope. However, the efforts proved futile as the police caught up with them a few hours later. Following a brief manhunt and a gunfight, they were nabbed by police and returned to custody. Stephen Marchisio, on the other hand, pleaded guilty to several charges, including hijacking a helicopter, kidnapping a pilot, possession of a firearm, and breaching a prison. He was sentenced to 15 years in prison. The Canadian National Railway spans 20,000 miles across Canada to New Orleans. It passes through Salisbury, New Brunswick, a small town once known for fox farming. In February 2015, a massive winter storm blanketed this small town in thick snow. During this snowy spectacle, a local train enthusiast named Darren Gordon recorded something extraordinary. Darren was on a break between shifts at the Homestead restaurant when he spotted the Polar Express approaching. Stopping a moving train is no easy feat, but this snowstorm nearly did the trick. As the Polar Express tore through the snow-covered tracks, it created a colossal snow tsunami that obscured the lead car. The scene almost resembled an enormous underground worm monster racing through the Canadian backcountry. Despite the conductor ringing the bell to warn of the oncoming train, Darren remained at his place, standing dangerously close to the tracks. Gordon's video shows the CN rail engine creating billows of powdery snow as it races down the track, then creating a whiteout when flying snow covers the lens. Darren's daring video quickly went viral, getting millions of views in just a few days. Viewers also saw that Darren was standing a bit too close. He later replied that the opportunity was too big to miss. He is a train buff and often shoots videos of trains. This was his chance to go viral, and he took it. Alexis Leonard, a fish hatchery specialist, and her dad were on a drive when they spotted something unusual on a flooded road in Shelton, Washington. As they slowed down for a closer look, they realized it was a group of salmon swimming across the road. Alexis captured the mesmerizing moment and shared the video, which quickly went viral, showcasing the unique event. So, why were the salmon crossing the road? According to Alexis, it's all about having babies. This isn't rare in Washington, where local salmon from the Skokomish River move into creeks to spawn. However, heavy rainstorms, common in the region, led to creek overflow, causing fish to swim across roads. In simple terms, when the creeks flood, the fish go everywhere. Ideally, they end up in another creek on the opposite side of the road. If not, they might get stranded. This migration can cause hatchery populations to skyrocket. After a storm, the number of fish at the hatcheries can go from just a few to thousands overnight. It's nature's way of ensuring the survival of these aquatic creatures, turning a simple road into an unexpected underwater adventure for the salmon. Do you prefer winter over summer? If your answer is yes, think again, because our next video takes the chill to a new level. It shows a New York restaurant looking as if it had gotten an ice castle coating. The people of Hamburg, New York are no strangers to snow. The lake effect weather system in the area often turns the town into an ice princess dream. But this year's extra furious snowstorm brought 41.3 inches in Hamburg, closing down the nearby Buffalo Airport, delaying a playoff game, and coating Hoke's Lakeshore restaurant in a case of ice, with giant icicles hanging from the roof and the fence around the terrace. The person who made the video felt he had walked into the movie Frozen. If that's not enough, this year's winter storm has been dubbed the blizzard of the century. It has left nearly 60 people dead across the United States. Several videos and pictures have emerged of the country showing vehicles wholly covered with snow and residents trapped inside ice-encrusted homes. Dams are commonly constructed to retain water. However, some serve the purpose of storing waste material from mining activities. One such example is Brazil's Brumadinho tailing dam. This specific dam, located near an iron ore mine, stored byproducts generated during the separation of valuable ore from the less valuable surrounding material. On January 25, 2019, disaster struck as the Brumadinho Dam collapsed, releasing a catastrophic flow of mud and debris. You would be surprised to know this wasn't the first incident in the region. In 2015, a nearby dam collapsed under pressure. In the first incident, the toxic sludge expelled by the structure killed 19 people, buried villages, and left thousands of people homeless. Unfortunately, no sufficient safety precautions were implemented to avert a recurrence. As the Brumadinho Dam collapsed, a catastrophic flow of mud and debris was released. The structural failure unleashed 423 million cubic feet of material, flooding the mine offices and engulfing homes, farms, and various structures. Tragically, 270 lives were lost, with local residents having little time to escape the onrushing devastation. Beyond the human tragedy, the environmental impact was extensive, with the entire region coated in chemicals that contaminated the soil and polluted hundreds of miles of river networks. The devastating moment was captured in footage, revealing the sheer force and scale of the disaster. If you thought you knew everything about Titanic, also watch this next video, because you might be surprised. Bye now.